Jadi jam 6 udah dia.
Hello.
Mr. Mayor, so nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you again.
Thank you so much for the great dinner last week. May I introduce you to the Vice Minister of the Environment, Mr. Anders Lundgren, in the Preceding us.
Sure, sir. Anything for the people of Bandung.
Thank you.
And I work with the Vice Minister and Minister, International Collaboration. Very happy to be in Bandung. Very green city, I see.
Yeah.
And this will be the green city with you.
We are very much looking forward to hear about that. Yes.
Thank you very much.
If you see the wall in front of you, that's the history, the photos of mayors of Bandung. Start from during the colonial time up to today. But the wall is fully booked, so I don't have my picture yet. Still thinking about it. Digital also is a very historic city because Bandung was designed as a new city. We don't have so-called kingdom kind of historical artifact here. It's a brand new city in early 18. The city was designed only for 300,000 before, yeah. So you are in the heart of the colonial city. That's why lots of old trees, yeah, some more than 200 years old. And luckily, my office also has the extension to the garden. After 4 p.m., I move my meeting room to under the tree because it's nice. Now the population is around 2.6 million. Yeah. And it's a typical metropolitan of Indonesia. We have a pressure by the populations. That pressure goes to infrastructure issues, open space issues, yeah, housing issues, and so on and so on. So my challenge in next 5 years is how to balance the development of Bandung and respond to the future. Our motto is to create a livable and lovable Bandung. Livable means we need to create a sustainable strategy for our cities. Currently, we have less than 30% of open space required by law. So in next 5 years, I will be the mayor who buy lots of lands and convert it into green space. Yeah. We already initiated green buildings law also. It's under discussion with the parliament. We have to make sure all buildings in Bandung comply with the green guidelines, including the mandatory rooftop garden in every building. Master plan cities in China, in Middle East, for city in Indonesia. And last June I decided I have to save my beloved city and compete to become a mayor. The property developer will give up and return the agreement from the previous administration, and 100% the city forest will become a city forest forever. So this is very good news for people of Bandung. Next. This is inside the forest, so we have a skywalk. Next. We demolished the asphalt into a green now. It's already green. Next. As you can see, in Bandung, lots of people care about their city, so we have 5,000 more communities engaged to bring collaborations. Next. Will be fun. And we were awarded World City Forest by UNEP. Last one is we set up the bike sharing. Similar like in Europe, you rent a bike, you go into the city, but still in the quality not an excellent yet, because of the budget. This is my movement before I became a mayor. And since I became mayor, I set up a budget to make it more like a London style bike sharing, or Mexico City style bike sharing. So I think more or less that's a glance, a small window of what we are doing in the context of environment, reducing the pollution, traffic. And in the next 5 years, I'm setting up the green building guidelines, buy lots of land and convert it into green space. We already have a policy since last week. Every building in Bandung, every new building in Bandung need to have a rooftop garden. So if we have 1,000 new buildings, we will have also 1,000 rooftop garden. By doing so, I think we can balance the pressure from the populations of 2.6 into something manageable. I think that would be the intro about the city. Please enjoy the city of Bandung. Looking forward to any collaborations in the next 5 years and so on. Anything that we can do to make a relationship between Bandung and Sweden, that would be very much thing I want to see in the next.
Like you, I will say good luck, good future. It's one of the most interesting jobs I ever had in my life. And good luck in your new office. This delegation is here because we see cooperation, like you said, with the decision makers and cities that want to excel in their environment and climate change work. And my delegation consists of representatives from agencies, organizations, and the business sector. And in Sweden, I think we can say here we are a world leader when it comes to environmental technologies, and we are curious to find out how we can cooperate in the field of sustainable urban development. So Sweden has since long back been working just with something we call the simple city concept. And I will ask the experts in my delegation maybe to inform a little more about it later here. But however, the main part is to see how the environment and sustainability can be integrated into the city planning, and to find ways of how different supply systems can support it. And we work a lot of it in just my ministry, the Ministry of Environment. And this delegation with the people from just some of our well-known companies, maybe I only say something about them. Scania is one of the major players globally when we are talking about heavy vehicles and buses, and we also offer solutions for public transport, including bus transit systems. And I think Scania came there, from there. Balaikota Transportation, I think it's yes, it is world-leading manufacturer of different transportation systems.
Electronic road tax.
Yes. We design, build and operate the electronic toll collection systems for electronic road pricing. Car access, and we're local partner vertical integration is a leading supplier of solutions for payment and parking problem in the big cities. Swedia, there is a consultancy firm that can cover every aspect of a project, especially in the field of urban development.
We would like to work hard for getting a close partnership with you and to introduce here the Symbiocity from Sweden, the sustainable city concept that we are already working on in Indonesia, here and there with Jakarta, and 70 mayors are coming to our seminar today from all over Indonesia to deepen their knowledge about the Symbiocity. But I can promise you that we would really like to work closely together with you and your team here in Bandung in order to introduce what we have from Sweden, the sustainable city. And with this, I think the most important thing is to give the word to Mats Lenninger, but perhaps the persons who have not been introduced, would you like to introduce yourself? Yes?
Good morning, my name is Annika Markovic, I'm the Swedish Environment Ambassador, and I'm very excited by your presentation this morning. I think that Sweden and the Swedish business sector can provide you with many sustainable solutions, and I'm really looking forward to this collaboration. Especially I'm interested in the waste sector. I think don't waste waste. It's a good concept. Thank you.
My name is Stefan Berry. I'm working at the Swedish Agency for Economic and Regional Development. And we work with sustainable cities. So I have a program that I would like to show you.
It's simply an approach to sustainable urban development that focuses mainly on synergies. I can see you have the little Symbiocity brochure there, so you may be able to follow. The main golden key to the Symbiocity concept is to look at the different city functionalities in an integrated way, so that you can utilize the synergies, not plan in silos, not make separate disciplines contradictory to each other, but to use, for instance, architecture and landscape planning, sustainable planning, to facilitate environmental performance, to utilize the natural prerequisites that the landscape provides, to design the city when developed in terms of transport, in terms of handling of waste, in terms of how traffic can be channeled, so that you can utilize an optimal benefit from environment. I will take this opportunity as Sweco, technical consultant Sweco is here. They were one of the drivers developing this concept that started some 10 years ago. So it takes a little time. It requires planning. It requires that you are determined on the direction, which idea you are. I would love to come back with even more companies and continue discussions with you how this can be applied here in Bandung. Thank you very much.
You come in the right timing. Yeah, I just started my office 5 weeks. We are preparing the 5-year master plan for our cities, and that master plan needs to be approved at the latest 6 months from now. Once approved, then become our blueprint to our cities. And I would love to include any world-class ideas about how to manage the cities, urban planning, green concept, including the Symbiocity. Bandung can be the first city in Indonesia to apply all the principles that I know your country is one of the most livable countries in the world. Yeah, very high standard, and we would love to start to achieve whatever the condition that we have now. We have lots of waste volume, yeah, because in the previous thinking, they think waste is waste. So we try to also first reduce, second is to manage. That's why we have a campaign Zero Waste Home, yeah. Including from the household into the more regional kind of strategies. We have waste to energy in the neighborhood level. All the organic garbage, we have a system and produce a heat that we harvest and distribute as a gas to a limited radius within the facilities. They can cook more or less this, whether it's monorail, whether it's H-Bahn like in Germany, or any kind that people move and I want to install it within 3 years. So if there's any Swedish kind of company or expert that can assist us on that big projects, yeah, that I would love to have as part of the team. Also about the green movement and other things, I think after this meeting, we have Mr. Anton here. It will be the contact person to follow up any business follow-up meetings, any set up for future engagement, because I need to do lots of actions. Yeah, we already have lots of planning, so we need more action. So I'm an action person. That's why as sooner the better. Yeah, and we can discuss in more proper time. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much. Mr. Mayor, we know your interest.
One more.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you.
This is my campaign photography.
Oh, nice. And you are a photographer as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much. One moment, I'll have some this for you. So, since we know that you are in favor of Scandinavian design, we would like to give you this. We will certainly find more items, but this was the most modern Scandinavian design that we would like
I'll put in my office for the fruits.
And then, since you are interested in as an architect, this is about architect and Swedish houses. And then we have about Swedish design. This is a typical Swedish design, modern design book. And then we have a very beautiful book about Sweden in general. We give you a lot of good examples because we would like to invest in you.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. I went to Stockholm last time, but during the winter.
Oh,
January, very. So I went to the retail district in Stockholm.
okay.
What's the name?
Östermalmstorg. You mean, what did you see there? Say something.
The shop.
Yeah, it's probably
Drottninggatan.
Drottninggatan.
In front of Hilton Stockholm.
Södermalm. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, it's a little bit heavy, but a lot of information about Sweden.
Welcome back to the summit. And it's very nice.
Yeah, summer nice.
Thank you. So nice meeting you. And looking forward to seeing you soon again. Perhaps I can meet your
Yeah, with
deputy next week.
Many pockets.
Many pockets.
Isn't it? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for very engaging. Yes, absolutely. Good luck.
Electronic road pricing.
Delegasi dari Swedia terkait dengan gagasan-gagasan untuk Green City ya. Jadi ini menunjukkan juga seperti yang sudah kita sampaikan bahwa kerjasama Bandung akan perbanyak juga dari sisi internasionalnya. Dengan Jepang kan kita sudah ada MOU untuk Smart City. Nah untuk Green City-nya keahlian dari Swedia dengan segala inovasinya bisa kita serap ilmunya dan investasinya di Kota Bandung. Kemudian akan di follow up mulai minggu depan supaya dalam rencana 5 tahun ke depan konsep Green City standar internasional di Kota Bandung bisa mulai kita terapkan dari isu sampah, transportasi ya sampai isu-isu yang sifatnya green lainnya. Itu mereka punya konsep namanya Symbiocity. Jadi terintegrasi dan mudah-mudahan Bandung jadi kota Symbiocity pertama di Indonesia yang mimpinya kelasnya sekelas internasional.
Kalau untuk taman-taman sendiri termasuk?
Ya termasuk taman-taman dan kita ada rencana Green Building Guidelines ya. Jadi salah satu gagasannya adalah seluruh bangunan di Bandung harus hemat energi, harus zero waste home, punya one rooftop one garden, one rooftop one building ya. Jadi kalau ada 1.000 bangunan, ada 1.000 rooftop baru di atas Bandung.
Itu kalau soal buat taman tematik itu seperti apa Pak?
Ya taman tematik sudah disiapkan, mudah-mudahan dalam tahun depan bermunculan ya. Ada taman game sedang disiapkan, jadi bisa berinteraksi, ada taman persib juga untuk temanya bola, taman fotografi sedang disempurnakan, kemudian udah kurang lebih sekitar 15 taman tematik. Jadi mimpinya masuk skatepark juga, mimpinya di setiap minggu warga bisa melakukan kegiatan yang sifatnya tematik, ada musik, ada pameran, ada macam-macam. Karena ciri kota sehat warganya lebih banyak berinteraksi di taman ketimbang di ruang-ruang ber-AC atau